Burnet travels to face Brownwood. Bulldogs head coach Kurt Jones tells us the importance of getting a valuable road win.
You can't look down the road to anybody, weeks ahead, but you have to bring your best each week. And, it starts with Brownwood. They're at Brownwood, and our kids know we have to show up with our best. And if we don't, then we don't need to expect a good outcome. But we plan on showing up with our best, and we want to do that every Friday night. And it's a challenge to try to show up and be at your best. I feel like sometimes this year we've won some games when we weren't necessarily at our best, but we need to plan on being at our best Friday night.
I'm sure, I know winning a game, a road game, winning the first district game would mean a lot to this program. Can you put into words exactly what it would mean to get a win on the road to start district?
I think it's the next step. You play your, it's the first step, maybe I should say. You play your pre-district schedule and you kind of look backwards and see what you've done, but you can kind of erase all that and say now is when it really matters, and we've got to start taking those steps to being a playoff team, to possibly winning this district, and it's the first step. And so, if we can go take care of business Friday night, then we'll be happy about it, but we won't have any time to sit around and celebrate very long. There'll be another step ahead of us then.
You're headed back to Brownwood. That's your hometown. Have you thought about what it's going to feel like for you to stand on that visitor sideline as the head coach?
Not so much. I am from Brownwood and grew up playing there in that stadium. A lot of good memories there, but and I've been back as an assistant coach as well. But this week's way bigger than being about me, and so we've got some work to do to go down there and win as a team. And Brownwood will be a tough opponent, and that's a tough place to go play and win. But we'll be ready when Friday night rolls around to go down there and try to make a little noise in the district opener.
I know that last year Bob Shipley was the head coach at Brownwood, a guy who recruited you to Abilene Christian, a guy you worked for on his staff for a few years before he moved on to Coppell. Right. What was that? Will you miss going up against him on Friday night? I know he's with the University of Texas now. I don't think I asked you about that last year.
Right.
Do you feel like it's going to be that different going up against Brownwood? Because is it a chess match for y'all still as coaches?
Well, we have a ton of respect for Brownwood staff still today without Coach Shipley there. But, Bob's a great friend of mine, and I don't know, when you run into some of those games sometimes when you got to go play one of your good friends, it brings a tough aspect to it. So I don't know that I miss him being gone from that. But like I said, we have a ton of respect for Coach Howard over there at Brownwood and his staff, and they're doing a good job. They took a couple of lumps early in the season, but they played some really good teams, and they weren't at full strength themselves. And so now they've begun to get some kids back, and they're playing a lot better. And we still, we'll have to be at our best when we go down there.
Well, tell me about Brownwood's offense. Are they still a spread-oriented offense?
They are. They're a spread offense. They maybe give you a little bit more of some true tight end formations. Maybe a little bit more of some power running game, but they still spread it out, throw the ball around. Their quarterback, the KBEY kid, is a strong quarterback who started all year for them last year and throws the ball well, makes good decisions for them. The Kilgo kid is their big running back who can be physical running downhill. That we'll have to do a great job being physical with them and tackling him. And then they have some good receivers that they can get the ball to, and they can make some plays for them.
Tell me about their defense.
Defensively, their Coach Howard had been defensive coordinator in Brownwood for, I guess, the last 4 years, and he's still coordinating their defense for them, even as head coach. So they do a lot of the same stuff. They base have an odd front. They have some good athletes up front on the defensive line. As a matter of fact, the Kilgo kid that plays running back for them will also play some defensive end. A couple of good senior inside linebackers who both played a lot of downs for them last year. And so they do some stuff well. They communicate well, and they know their defensive system well. Pursuit of the ball and tackle the way a coach would want their defense to swarm to the ball. So we'll have to be sharp on offense with what we do to move the ball consistently.
Kurt Jones. Burnet and Brownwood played a close game last year with the Lions prevailing. Now, Burnet is looking to return the favor. Senior kicker Austin Huff's leg has caught the attention of several colleges. Huff takes us through the recruiting process.
Well, I mean, it's coming along as it always is. I think SFA is recruiting me now, Texas State, UTSA, and then A&M just recently showed some interest and invited me to a couple of games. So, and Texas State's made it real clear that they want me on their team. They've pretty much given me season tickets to any home game there is. So,
what does it feel like to have options?
It's awesome. I mean, I just hope I can help my parents out with the whole college funding stuff because I just really want a scholarship so they don't have to stress out about getting me college money and stuff. So, I mean, the more and more it comes in, the happier I get because, I mean, there's more of a chance that you're going to get a scholarship. And it's just honestly a blessing.
You are a kicker and punter. Which of the two do you like better?
I can't really decide. I mean, punting's fun. I mean, it's not real stressful because, I mean, you literally just catch the ball and kick it, but field goal is really what you live for. I mean, you win or lose a game and hopefully win the game. I mean, you got to embrace the pressure. And then, of course, your team relying on you and them having their faith in you. So, I mean, that's always awesome to have.
Have you thought that perhaps maybe one day you'll be able to kick on Sundays?
Yeah, I have. I mean, ever since I was in third grade, I was like, I'm going to be kicking a ball on Sundays. I mean, it's a dream, and I hope it comes true.
I know that you had a chance to work with Nate Turner, who was also a college kicker, punter. At one point was looked at by the Seattle Seahawks. He has served as an inspiration to so many young people at Burnet CISD. But you get to work with him. What has he taught you about the positions that you didn't know?
You just can't overkick. You have to be confident in what you're doing, and you have to do your job and not worry about what anybody else does. As far as you just have to rely on everybody else, have faith in what they're going to do, and they're going to do it right. So, I mean, other than that, it's just easy technique that I've been doing for 4 years. So, I mean, he just keeps you, like, real motivated. He doesn't, I mean, he tries to get all the head case stuff out of you, it's a big help.
Do you enjoy the pressure of coming through on last play?
Oh, yes. I mean, if it goes well, I mean, it's the greatest feeling in the world. I mean, your team's so hyped, and I mean, it's just the greatest feeling in the world.